we're back again, and I have forgot the chainsaw once again. So now I get to use the mulching head to cut the logs. That shadow just scared the crap out of me. Cherry. It's amazing how fast the head slows down diving in a log. Air conditioning on here. There we go. Alright, that one's broke. Now we get to go find all the other ones. Mulching head to turn. What happens if we can suck this one up in here, blow it apart. Ain't worth it. Yeah, the half-inch of rain we were supposed to get last night turned into about, not even a tenth. Probably half of a tenth. Probably about, no, we really didn't get anything. Maybe a tenth. enough to knock the dust down. Really nothing else. This stuff's pretty soupy. Cut this thing in half right. You got like 3 or 4 more logs to cut in half. Planer blades would probably be a lot more efficient. Oh. Power. Done cutting these logs in half. Really close. Always throw the bucket on and kind of maybe redo these piles a little bit. I've got to pull this thing off of here tomorrow. This one's going to another job. I'll leave the track loader here. The 870, I'll leave that here. Yeah, just how strong a dead piece of wood is. There we go. Get these 2 logs out in the open. Grab them with the track loader. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen. cut this one in half, I bought some grade 5 bolts for the bucket pin, or the bucket tooth pin. So those steel pin with a rubber in the middle. Try that out, see if that works any better than I was using carriage bolts. Surprising. There we go. For me for today. I got this pile cleaned up a little bit, kind of pushed back, cleaned up this area over here a little bit, and the county ended up coming in and mulching down this ditch line. It left this whole place a mess. get like another foot or so across that whole area, but it's for the property owners to decide. They get blinded by the sun. So I got most of the stuff cleaned up back here, most of the big stuff. Natural springs that are coming out of the hillside. They got culverts over there. But I've got this pile left, that big pile, and that probably, I don't know, 10, 15 more trips back there. I do have I don't know, I probably got 20 trips left back there. I'm at this little pile too. I've got to pull the excavator off this job and go to take it to another one. That'll be, probably pull it off tomorrow. Drop it off at the next one, or just take it home. I'll probably just take it home because I got to do the 500-hour. I'm gonna do the 500-hour service on it. I'll probably just take it home. I'll just leave this thing here. I'll be back, take that to the next job, take that thing home tomorrow. I'll run over here with the trailer, I'll pick that up, take that home, do the service on it. Then Monday morning, I'm going to take it out to another job. Actually, tomorrow, I'll run back to the shop, grab my 3-foot bucket and my 4-foot tilt grading bucket. Then Monday morning I'll be out at another job doing some grading around. Well, this thing's empty on fuel. I need to go fill it up before I leave. Deal with that. Doing some grading around the house, creating kind of like a swell to help get water draining off about 3 properties. It pulls right in the middle of 3 properties and just stays wet. So they want some work done on that. Then a little bit of driveway work. This will be decent work, but that's it. I'm gonna hop off here and throw some fuel in this thing, or what I've got left anyway. And we'll see you guys. Just sold my 72-inch rock bucket. Customer here actually bought this bucket last year. I sold some equipment that I went and bought a couple buckets and stuff, and then it was like 2 months later I sold 2 months later I sold the 590 for this one, for the 870. brand new tooth bucket, and well, it was that rock bucket. So the out here doing some work, the customer's got a what is it, like a 30 something. It's a Kubota tractor anyway. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It looks like they've been up here using that roof rake. I'll put it right over there. Like they've been doing some roof raking. Looks good at dressing it up. But anyway, so I bought had the 590, bought I sold a piece of equipment, then went and bought 72-inch rock bucket, 72-inch tooth bucket, this grapple, 72-inch grapple, 72-inch brush cutter. That's it. But then it was like 2 months later. Well, I take that back. Alright, here we go. So I had the 590. Sold a piece of equipment, so I went and bought the grapple and a rock bucket. I needed the grapple for a job I was on, and the rock bucket also. So bought that stuff to do. It wasn't maybe a few weeks later I got a job. I needed I was gonna rent a brush cutter, but the amount of time I needed it just made more sense to buy one. So I bought a brush cutter and a 72-inch tooth bucket. Then this was all for the 590. Then it was about 2 months later, I got a few jobs where that 590 wasn't going to make sense anymore as far as an efficiency standpoint. So I traded the 590 in on this, the 870, and really dry, cracking all the pieces. So I traded in on this one and kind of had to do the same thing all over again. Was buy different, bigger attachments for it. The machine came with a 84-inch smooth bucket, so I ended up putting teeth on it for the time being. But I think I want one of the kind of long-term goals is one of the blue diamond, like that high capacity, the one with like the fence on top, tooth bucket, like something like maybe like a 90. Something in the 90s, 92, 96, whatever they got there. Because I want to be able to fit. I'll take the teeth back off my bucket now and put a smooth cutting edge on it. Then I'll be able to fit that will become a smooth bucket. So I'll be able to fit the smooth bucket inside the tooth bucket. And the tooth bucket's going to be the one I'll have on the machine probably 75% of the time. So that'll probably just live at the shop for the most time. Because the problem I have now is I've got an 84-inch rock bucket and then my 84-inch tooth bucket, and to load them on the same is just, it's a pain in the butt. You've got to put them on the trailer across from each other or one right behind each other, whereas if you had a bucket smaller than the other one, they just fit inside, then you could just it's easier to maneuver. You don't have to, you know, I'm looking more as for an efficiency standpoint. So that's my goal for that. Then I wanted to get an 84-inch grapple, but for as little as I use it, it doesn't make sense to upgrade. So I'll keep this one. I bought this one from a company out in Indiana called Express Steel. I think their stuff's pretty good. It's for an aftermarket solution. They've got a bunch of nice stuff there. I was actually in the hunt for that job I told you I bought this one for. I needed a grapple, so I had one lined up down at a dealer in Kentucky. I'll come back and we're back. Just you guys here a little bit. The customer got the bucket on his tractor, and he's already ecstatic. He's man, oh man, so that Kubota he's got, it's like a 31 or whatever it is, 3103, I forget what the number is. So we're sitting there talking, I said, yeah, I said these buckets are great for back dragging, you know, kind of not, you know, it's in between of back dragging a bucket and a, you know, like a Harley rig. It's great for, you know, kind of prepping for dirt or for seed, you know, back dragging, I said. And the other thing that they're great for is gravel dryways for back dragging them. And I said, yeah, you just put the bucket flat on the ground and put your arms in float. He's like, oh, I don't have float, it's just up and down. I said, I'm pretty sure you've got float. So I went over to the tractor and I showed him the diagram on the loader part. He said, well, I said, I've had this tractor for 5 years and never knew that. I started laughing. I said, yeah, I said, most of them have it. I said, it's rare to find them without it. But well, he learned something new today about his tractor, which is, I mean, that's pretty cool. You know, it's cool when you've got something, and you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword. You're like, I can't believe I didn't know that. Then on the other side is you're ecstatic to use the new feature. So I get it. I mean, I'm just glad I can help them out. Well, this one's coming to an end. I didn't record the one I was on yesterday. That grading job. I dug about I don't know, like I said, 300-foot trench. Yeah, probably roughly 100 to, yeah, somewhere there, however long it was. The house, the property is having issues with water. It just retains water because of grading issues. So I went around, I set up a laser, went around and kind of, you know, did a point cloud of the property. You check all the elevations, kind of came up with a site plan as far as what we needed to do, and the owner okayed it. So I set up the laser. I checked my lowest or my highest elevation, then I checked the ditch, and I wanted to make sure that however deep I dug the swell, that it was able to pick up at all the low spots, which it could. So I set my laser up. I've got a dual sloping laser, so I set that thing up to do a 0.3% slope. So I set that thing up to do a 0.3 slope, which is about a 1/16 of an inch per foot. This hillside just holds water. So that 0.3% is about a 1/16 of an inch per foot. Not quite. Around these trees here, I'm concentrate. I got logs are a lot wider than the pass. Should probably take down that tree right there, but excavator's not here, and I don't feel like digging at it with gravel. So the wrong button, you dummy. I'll pick that one up on the way back. So on the excavator, I've got the depth check system. It's Bobcat's depth check. So what I did is set my laser up, basically shot the my highest point, then put in my 0.3 grade, 0.3% of grade, and shot the ditch line and made sure that that grade was the same. And the cool thing with my laser is you can, you know, so the I was saying on the laser, my laser's got an option where you can set your laser up, shoot grade at one spot, then go shoot grade at the other spot, and then you can have it to where the laser will chase the receiver and it'll set grade based on those two elevations. So you don't have to manually set the grade. You can, the laser will set it for you based on two elevation points. So I set my elevation, got all the laser stuff set up in the excavator. I use my 4-foot grading bucket, with tilt grading bucket, and man, I tell you what, the ditch, as far as slope, the ditch turned out perfect. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better ditch. So and today, if I can finish this up, should be here for another, I don't know, hour or so. Once I get this done, I've got to load the track loader, then take it to that job and do some grading work there with this, kind of backtrack and, you know, kind of do all that stuff. Come on. Whoa. I don't like working on hills too good. Hill is like still wet. It's amazing. So anyway, I had to take this thing over there. I could probably do it with the excavator, but the job's close enough to where you know, it'd take me about a few minutes to put this thing. I've got to load it up. We got to get out of this job anyway. I've got a few other jobs lined up. You know, I got a couple that are kind of really waiting on a signed contract. A couple of them that go ahead. I've got a signed contract on one, waiting on the go ahead. They're discussing different options with the county. So yeah, I got to get both machines freed up here in the next week or so. Well, at least 3 or 4 days. beginning of winter, about a quarter-acre clearing. So I got a big topsoil, ash, brush pile to clean up. Get that all out of there. And probably do some seed and straw. I'll bring you back when I get this thing. I'll finish cleaning up these piles. I'll have another 6-7 trips, probably 8 trips. Then I'll get this thing loaded and I'll pick you guys back up when I'm on the next one. Well, this one's wrapped up. Heading back with my last load here. Get this thing loaded up, head on to the next job, get it unloaded. Get back here to the back, and show you a pile. Excuse me. Flip this around here. That's the pile. That stuff will eventually deteriorate down. So I've added up my hours on this one, see how long it actually took. Drive around here and kind of show you the finished product. The property owner's got that tractor, so he thinks he's going to he's got a landscape rake, and he said he's going to run through here with the landscape rake and kind of drag up all this stuff, and I don't know what he's going to do with it, but quite a bit of debris. Hillside looks pretty good. There's already stuff falling out of the trees. That's one of the piles that he did. Clean up all this stuff around here. All this stuff would deteriorate over time. There are a few stumps left. I'm really not sure what they want me to do with those. They were just the mulching. I just didn't have the oomph to get through them. Need to rent a stump grinder and come out here, but I don't know if they want to do that or not. So it's all cleaned up. There's another pile that he made over the weekend. And there's the rock tractor. Looks pretty good. I like it. I think you'll enjoy it. L3301, I think, is what that tractor model is. Well, that's it. I did quote doing this area over here. I mean, it's about a couple acres. There's this one here. Shouldn't take as long as this one over here. There's just a ton of honeysuckle on this side. This one's not too bad. Really, if it was me, I'd just clear cut all this stuff. Then there's this stuff's super thick with honeysuckle and thorns, sticker bushes, what we call them. And there's a trail up here. They talked about getting done widening that trail, but maybe for another time. That's it for me. All this one done, and we're gonna get this thing loaded and on the trailer. I'll pick you guys back up on the next one.